Yeah.
Well, let's get this over with, shall we?
Yeah.
My thoughts exactly. It's a lot. It's a lot less fun being on this
Let
end
me
of it.
put a jacket on. I'm gonna get local outside.
All right, gonna foot soldier it for a minute.
The problem is I got semi fucked up, so now I even feel worse.
Now you're just an angry drunk.
Yeah.
Were you just too many oyster shots? Apparently.
I just had one.
Toss another one back.
Is Lax on the fucking call?
Let's go.
Laxman 1143 is here. Lax,
you guys got to carry the fucking torch.
Well, I was kind of hoping you were gonna do it. It's what last thing I said to Lax was, well, we just gotta connect the call. NB23 will do the rest.
You guys carry shit. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not gonna talk about the things. I mean, it's over.
Yeah, we have to.
Who do we get now? And I'll give this to Tice. He called this, Lax, like 3 weeks ago. We were talking about who the replacement will be for Ryan Day. That's a real conversation now.
What?
I was saying because he left for the NFL.
Bears. No.
He's not.
You guys must not have watched the
he's not going to the
no way
Bears.
he's leaving.
Twitter.
Nick, we're not starting this. We're not starting with this.
What do you mean?
We're going to talk about the game. We can get into that towards the end, but the viewing audience wants to hear our reaction. You got to be on.
Hey, Lex, change that. Make sure you write that down. Ryan Day to the Bears.
He's not going to the Bears.
I got 100 on that, Nick. You want to take that?
Yeah, we actually need money because we lost a lot of money in this game.
We lost a bunch.
I mean, as you should have. I mean, let's be honest, it was an ass beating. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tyson.
My biggest takeaway, I have the stats pulled up here, is the 64 rushing yards. It just annoys me that we get away from the run when it's working. It bothers me that we take a field goal on that first offensive possession when we're at the 2.5 yard line on second down. Fine, you got Chris. Could have been caught. CJ threw a little bit behind him, but that was still when CJ was very obviously still a little rattled. And we were cramming it down their throat at that point. You got to take the points there. If you want to do that on third down, maybe we'll talk. But mine was just bowling over all of them. It bothers me that we like to abandon the run so easily. It bothers me that we just don't stick with what works. It's the same thing as the Northwestern Big Ten championship game. And then for some reason we go back to it later in the game when now we have to actually throw and get some points on the board. And then we run it on like 3rd and 6 and he gets stopped for like a 1-2 yard gain at best. Ryan Day is a mastermind behind the play calling, he is, but it's a lot easier when you're doing it against Michigan State, who's the shittiest passing offense in the history of college football. It's a lot easier when you're doing it against inferior opponents. But he either has an on day or an off day, it feels like.
He's calling plays for the Chicago Bears, and that's fine because he's moving on. But what I'm trying to tell you is that was the most timid, outside the Oregon game, timid play calling I've seen in a long time.
It was conservative ball.
Tell me how many deep downfield passes we took today.
You can count on one hand, probably.
Yeah.
I would say 3 to 4.
And when we do, bam, touchdown. A lot of them were caught too.
Yeah, I think almost every one we threw downfield was caught.
Yeah.
Everyone I can think of right now.
JSN was still Mr. Reliable.
Oh my God, he was insane.
I mean, the very obvious takeaway, and I know if anyone's going to watch this video, it's going to be Michigan fans. I will give them a congrats. The biggest takeaway was, dude, they fucking punked us at the line of scrimmage. Our D-line got absolutely curb stomped.
When Michigan had 297 rush yards, and probably 150 of that came in the last quarter and a half. And that's when they're running it. You should be able to stop the run when you're second in the nation, when you know the other team's going to run it. It's just unacceptable.
Yeah, we're just not a championship team.
Yeah, you know it's going on the ground, and you still give up 3 bills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The number one play I hate when it's our defense out there is 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, because it always seems like ergo Muhammad from Minnesota, ergo Oregon, more times than I can count, ergo today. They get past the defensive line of scrimmage, and then they run for a mile. Mm-hmm. It happens all the fucking time. It's just, man, I feel so sick to my stomach right now.
Well, I mean, it comes down to like who stays and who goes at this point.
Well, we're gonna.
Like, what fruits are we gonna lose when this transition happens?
I don't think it's as bad as you think. Stop. We're not making this about Ryan Day leaving, bro.
Lax, make a note of that.
Dude, Ryan Day's not
I was
going
being
anywhere.
satirical.
Why would you want to
last
coach the
episode.
Chicago Bears right now? We're not getting into this, but that's the only question I have for you: is why would anyone want to coach the Chicago?
I'll be
Bears?
honest. Let me rebuttal with this. Ryan Day should get a new contract, and he should be the highest paid coach in the Big Ten. He should be the highest paid coach in the country, as far as I'm concerned. I think he's that good.
I would have rather lost to Rutgers 56-0 as his first Big Ten loss than take this ass-beating L in Ann Arbor.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I mean, here we are, like it or not. There's just not much to say, really.
Lax, what do you think about Stroud moving forward?
I thought he played well.
Yeah. That loss is not on him, I would say. The loss is on both the offensive and defensive line.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but
oh my God, dude, the fucking penalties.
When he gets any sort of pressure, he just gets flustered.
That is an issue. But he's also, dude, it's his first year as a starter. Yeah, but Nick, what quarterback is superior when they have pressure in their face?
Quinn Ewers. I watched plenty of film.
Dude, he's come miles this year already.
Yeah, he has.
It's his
I'm not
first
disagreeing
year.
with you against fucking shit teams that can't get to him.
I mean, I disagree here.
Two teams that, thank God Thibodeau and the other kid wasn't there against Oregon, but we would have lost by 30.
He had 394 passing yards today. You cannot blame this on C.J. Stroud.
In
How
bad
many rushes
weather.
did we have? How many times did we rush?
Well, he had the one nice rushing touchdown, and then they threw that phantom holding call. I'm not going to sit here and blame the refs, but I'm just saying he had that one touchdown run.
Well, that plagued us the entire day. How many false starts did we
have? Yeah, the penalties is what killed us.
Offensive and defensive line, man.
We couldn't stay ahead of the chains. We were never on time and on. We were on time and on target. What am I trying to say? We were always behind schedule. Is all I'm trying to say on the chains. And half the time was because of ourselves.
If he's not a threat, he's not a threat to run. He didn't fucking rush it.
That's fine. He doesn't need to be a threat to run.
Neither is yours.
He does.
It does not.
He needs to have it. He needs to have an option.
It would be nice.
Like, I can get you 5.
Yeah, no, yeah. Tom Brady's won all those rings, right, Nick? Because he's just such a run threat. He doesn't have to. He's got the 3 best receivers in the NFL, in college.
And if you want to talk about him not being able to throw under pressure, I mean, I could make the argument Justin Fields was one of the worst at that. He was terrible under pressure.
You're not wrong. When he actually decided to throw it, but he had the option of, all right, I'm gonna tuck it and take my 4.4 speed and get you 15.
That's part of his game. It doesn't need to be part of his game for them to be successful.
I feel like I'm defending Ohio State.
I feel like you're attacking
Ohio State. We should be
State.
hammering Ohio State right now in this call, and you guys are defending. I just don't.
We already called out the line of scrimmage. Our D line was dog shit. They absolutely curb stomped us. I already said that.
Watch 30 minutes and a half. I didn't watch 27 minutes.
I know you didn't.
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there.
I mean, we tried, dude. Offense tried battling back. It wasn't on the offense. I know you got to put up more than 27, but at the same time, if our defense could get a fucking stop when we knew they were going to run the ball, and there's not a dynamic QB threat. I mean, J.J. McCarthy came in a couple of times, but then there's not a threat of Cade bombing down the field. He had one. I mean, the only time he completes a deep pass is when it's a gotcha play. It's a fucking flea flicker. It's a obvious running down. They let him take a shot. He can't line up under center on 2nd and long and beat you. He cannot. And he didn't have to because our D-line was so shitty. Yeah, I actually thought they played decent in the first half.
Their average third down yardage was like 3 yards.
Yeah. I can believe that. Yeah, I mean, they had their game plan. We knew what their game plan was, and they flat out just played better.
I think they had probably like 3 third downs that were longer than 5 yards. They didn't get any of them.
Yeah.
But they got everyone inside of that, and they had so many of them.
So the line will be different next year, with hopefully the 2 ends going to be nice.
You would hope so.
Our linebackers will stay, which
they didn't play too bad. Steele's a dog. Cody Simon's a dog. Honestly, that was a good day for Tommy Eichenberg. What'd you say?
Yeah, except for the third down and long where he fucking botched it and the dude went for 20. Other than that one, yeah, it was good.
I don't even remember that one, but I believe you. Dude, the biggest thing was penalties.
Our DBs are bad. Denzel Burke's no fucking good. Heard it
Oh,
here
get the
first.
fuck out of here. See, all right, so for everyone listening to this is what Nick does every single time we take an L, which is Ryan Day's a trash coach. He's been a fraud all
No,
along. I
didn't
can't
say
believe I
that.
didn't
I
see
didn't
it
say-
earlier.
It was a bad, and I think you both can agree, it was a bad set of play calling. It was. It was not his best performance.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And I'm just going off Twitter. And I'm not on Twitter, but I hear it enough. This could be it.
Okay, you can't look at Twitter and say, yeah, I'm right, look at Twitter. Because everyone on Twitter is going to overreact.
Yeah. If Twitter's your barometer, we have bigger issues.
I mean, I'm a messenger. Don't shoot the messenger here.
Well, I'm about ready to.
Well, luckily, that'll be the last game I'll watch. And I'm not trying to be a pessimist and, say, we're shitty. But I won't watch the bowl game. I'm not going to watch the Idaho Potato Bowl.
Dude, they're going to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, we might actually get Oregon again with Thibodeau and Flo.
Yes, we'll lose by 30, so I'm definitely
Nick,
not going to.
Look, it's the same thing as when we won the chip in 14-15 when it was an incredibly young team. Same thing here. We could tell they were rattled, albeit it was
We had a
Nicholas
better
Petit
team
Freer.
in 15 and we lost.
That's what I'm saying, but it's kind of the same mindset as next year we'll have a lot more upperclassmen, and a lot of these guys are coming back.
See, you're 100% right. We'll have the flowing blonde mullet, the helm, walking around the yard. Me, you, and Lax will go to a home game. And
Who do you put this loss on?
Ryan Day.
I don't.
I think they came out flat. I think they came out flat.
They
from the
hunted.
jump.
You're right. They did come out flat.
I don't think they came out flat. I think they came out rattled.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No.
What about
I don't see
that
that.
first offensive possession? You know who I'm very disappointed in, who I've been defending nonstop on this podcast, is Julian Fleming.
Jones.
No, DeJuan Jones wasn't great. I mean, the amount of false starts when we weren't even lining up for a play was just
defended.
absurd.
They would have had one more if they weren't doing substitutions.
Yeah. It was Julian Fleming. For you to go out there and get in the ear of the special teams coordinator and say, I need to be a Mecca's replacement here at kickoff return, you don't center field the first ball and catch it. So now we're at the 6 with the freshman starting in the game for the first time at his own 6, who's clearly going to be a little bit rattled. I'm not saying that first drive would have gone any different, but damn, I'd rather be at the 25 than the fucking 6.
Yeah.
Then he muffs it, the third or fourth, whatever one it was in the second half, he muffs one. And it's just, why are you demanding to be back there if you're obviously not ready, you're obviously not prepared, and you don't even want to go catch it on a fair fucking catch?
Yeah, I understand that, and I understand where you're going with that because the field position sucked. And I'm going to quote this, and I don't know. I know it was maybe 2 or 3 games ago, but Emeka was either first or top 3 best kick returners in the country, per yard.
Really? Yeah, not having
which is
him
just
helped.
fucking absurd that they would yank him at this stage.
No, they didn't yank him. He's been hurt.
We'll put JSN back there. He takes the punts.
Well, I don't disagree. Thank
God he's back next year.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have him, Emeka, Julian, who I will still say, I'm not going to go that
Julian's
hard on.
fucking trash. He'll be Marvin Harrison.
You will.
Okay.
Marvin Harrison will be the next dude. Heard it here first.
All right, well.
So everyone on this podcast, since I'm new here, I'm a Broncos fan.
Yeah, Lex, introduce yourself, man. Get some positive vibes going. Just fucking Lex.
No, yeah, the
Well, what I'm
Broncos,
gonna say is
that would give us
you're about to
positive.
hear a hot take, a real hot take. So for those of you who
Ryan
remember,
Day to the Broncos.
I wouldn't be upset. Those of you who remember Super Bowl 48, Broncos Seahawks. When you start off the game with one of the worst plays ever, safety that snapped behind you, you just can't come back from that. And this game had the same feeling behind that.
It was a rough start.
You start like that, then you're on your heels and trying to make up for it the entire time. And it's just, I'm not saying the Broncos would have won. They might have. You never know. But,
and then they won the Super Bowl the next year.
2 years, but yes.
2 years
yes.
later, which means we're going to win it next year. Lax just guaranteed it.
Even when it was 10-7 us, it didn't feel like we were in control of the game at any point.
No, but I will say this much: we all had good energy at halftime. To only be down one after that first half, I thought we were gonna blow the fucking doors off of them.
It wasn't really good energy. It was more of a thank God we're not down more. But now
down fucking call in history.
yeah.
3 straight dive plays.
Yeah, I mean we said it. This the first drive of the second half is gonna dictate how the rest of the game goes, and it did. However, we were under the impression when we said that we thought we were going to score. we were going to beat them by 3 tutties.
Yeah.
Me and Lax would have covered the spread, and then we would have made money today. God, we lost so much money.
God, so much.
Maybe that's what you guys off the
What was
You're like buzzing right now. You firing the quad up? What's going on here?
I think I'm out of range here.
Yeah, you're out of range, bro.
Let me get that closer.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure this out.
Shit, 6 decimals gross.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's like 20 degrees out here.
You don't even understand what we're hearing right now.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I can't even, exit.
Out of range of what?
I can't exit out of it, dude. I had the ESPN app up to
Get a new fucking phone. God.
Sell that Porsche and get a new phone, bro.
Yeah.
This is a fucking disaster.
Yeah, it is. Out of range of what? I don't understand.
I'm outside the road because I don't know why.
Alright, tell you
It's getting
what.
worse
We're gonna have
here.
to do something here,
Yeah.
bro. This is bad.
Once you guys carry the torch, that's my 2 cents. Hang up, me.
All you told us is Ryan Day sucks, but he's going to be leaving, and that's a bad thing. I don't get it.
Then all you got yours is going to be the quarterback next year. That's my 2 takeaways.
Alright, real quick before I let you go, because we can't keep this buzzing going. I don't understand what happened, but
I don't know either, dude. The phone's fucking froze. I don't know what
like
to
it
tell
sounds like you're getting mauled by a hive of bees right now.
I don't know what to tell you. It's literally frozen.
Okay, well.
You're going to hang up on me because I can't even hang up.
Alright, well I'm gonna have to hang up. Give me a what is it? What is it? Because it's cold?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You're asking a lot of fucking questions. I don't know what the problem is. So, those are my 2 takeaways.
Alright.
We'll see you in 2022.
Alrighty, bro. Well,
Duke basketball talk coming next.
yeah, we'll get into that later, but I can't stand to hear this static anymore. So go take another shot for me, will you?
Oh, it's black.
Oh, you're fucking back.
It sounds better now.
Yeah, because it's recharging. Like it has that little circle, the death circle going right now.
What?
I don't know what. Okay, but
Hang up on me.
all right, yeah, I'll give you a shout when we're done. All right, later. Jesus Christ,
Fucking guy.
that's ridiculous. I don't even know how he does it. He has a phone from like 07, and he like can't figure out why he has phone issues. Like that fucker
Dude.
dies from full charge in like a 25 minutes.
You get an iPhone 10 for like $50 probably.
Yeah. Well, Lax, the biggest thing is we lost a lot of money today.
That is.
I will give Michigan fans your congratulations. I'm ready to go throw up. Yeah, I mean, I almost stand behind. I think they were the better team.
Michigan was or Ohio State?
Michigan.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was even. I thought it was like. I mean, we were obviously dominant through the air and then on the ground, but I mean, when you're trying to play keep away, or when you're trying, if you're Michigan trying to play keep away, they kept it away.
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna make excuses here because they still should have won that game.
Yeah.
But I wish that game could have been played in warm weather.
Yeah.
I do think that affected it a lot, and they just didn't look ready for it at the start of that game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was. It was a couple of different factors. A young team, you go into the big house. Obviously, it's a top 5 matchup. That place was rocking. I'll tip my cap there. That was a good environment. Riled us certainly early. I thought CJ settled down well. I don't know what Nick's talking about. I mean, he's been on the Ewers bandwagon since Ewers committed, but and I do get it.
Sure,
However,
yeah.
CJ didn't lose us the game.
Yeah,
CJ played actually pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
He
CJ,
really
the
didn't-
receivers, all 3 of the
Yeah.
receivers played great.
Yeah, I thought it was the line of scrimmage, which I think you said earlier. It was because even Trey and Mayan, they didn't run that bad, but we're just so quick to get away from it.
Yeah. And there really weren't that many holes, but to your point, they still shouldn't have gone away from it. Even when you're down 14 in the third quarter, you got to keep running the ball. That's part of their game, and that opens up the passing game even more. So
I think a big takeaway on this one that I haven't been able to say for a lot of years, nor have Michigan fans, but their defense, there was a couple of plays where they knew what we were doing, and they were blitzing those safeties on like it might have been like a 3rd and 6.
It was like 3rd and 7, and it was just obvious passing play, and they ran it, but they just loaded the box up. Yeah. As soon as it snapped, they just blitzed everyone up the middle. It was I don't know what was going on there, but well, credit to Michigan. They had a good game plan going into it.
Yep, they were ready. They scored in the red zone. We didn't. I think the better team today won. If we play 10 times this year, I think we win more than 50% of them.
Yeah.
Depending on where we play as well. But nonetheless, Michigan flat out won the game. They deserved it. So I'll give them that, as much as it burns me to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this much. Sometimes I almost look forward to what the Ohio State team will look like next year after a just ball-busting loss like that, where it feels like we're destined for the playoff and everything, and then Michigan houses us. So now we'll see. Next year, let that be the fuel. But Michigan's going to play, I think, Wisconsin, assuming they beat Minnesota. Which, man, this year in college, I don't know if anything's a safe assumption. But so Michigan goes on to the Big Ten playoff. You would expect them to win, and then they're in.
Sure.
Which burns me to say, but
yeah, no, it's crazy. And assuming Alabama beats Auburn today, they'll be in.
Yeah, so it'll probably be Georgia, Bama, Cincy, and Michigan. Then,
okay, real quick, crazy scenario. What if Alabama actually loses Auburn? What happens then? Would it be Notre Dame?
It'd either be Notre Dame or Oklahoma State.
Man, that's...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so let the madness ensue, I suppose.
Yeah.
But hopefully it doesn't hurt our recruiting too much. Oh, man, this is going to be a long 365 days.
Mm-hmm. God, it sucks that we got last year, too. It's absolute bullshit Michigan got back-to-back home. Throw that out there right
now. Yeah, now we'll let the excuses fly.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and that's the thing is, in terms of, the skill positions, I'm not, disappointed by how we played. I wish the lines would have been better. We got beat up on our defensive line. Their O-line kind of beat us up a little bit, but tip your cap. Tip your cap. And I think a lot of us going in, and Nick said it ad nauseum. I don't know if he said it on the podcast, but he didn't like our D-line to start. He's hoping Jack Sawyer and JTT will turn around, and they might. We'll see. But yeah, I just can't clog the holes. You've heard me bitch about Teron Vincent enough. He gets blown back every play, and he did today. But they were better. So to Michigan, I will give you your congratulations. To Ohio State fans, please don't jump off the ledge. We will be back. We still have Ryan Day. Nick's a fucking idiot.
He's not going
with him leaving. I was kind of joking last episode when I was talking about it. He will go on to the NFL eventually. He's not going out like that.
Yeah, he's staying.
He would never go out like that. So to the Wolverine faithful, we will see you in 365. I know where to find you. You know where to find us. I'm not going to say good luck the rest of the way. I hope you blow it in the Big Ten title game. But I will give you congratulations today.
Yep.
So, all right, Lax, man. Anything else to add?
I think that's all I got.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us on the podcast. Sorry this was your inaugural episode. That one kind of stings.
Yeah, it sucks.
But it is what it is.
Anyway.
So, all right. Well, I think I'm all good here as well. I'm going to go throw up now. And try to get on with my day. What's going to be your distractor? Mine's going to be Halo, I think.
I was just about to say when we jumping on.
All right. Yeah, we can jump on now.
Yeah.
I've done everything I need to do. So
cool.
I'll get this up and then we can hop on.
Sounds good, man.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. We do appreciate it as always. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever I'm supposed to say there. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yep, we'll see you.